everybody. Welcome to episode 37 of the Seesaw Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Fox. I'm the Kingdom Hearts veteran.
I'm Zach. I still know my intro.
Every fucking episode, that's your intro. Like, you've only had one intro where you actually said an intro. Every other one is, I'm Zach, I forgot my intro. Gotta actually come up, that's your homework. Come up with an intro.
Can that be my intro?
It was like, I've only played Kingdom Hearts on the PS3.
But then that's not true, I realized.
PS3 and PS4.
Yeah. And... No, just PS3 and PS4.
Yeah, so there you go. So that could be your intro.
Could be.
But so anyway, I wish we were meeting here under better circumstances.
Yeah.
Which I stole that line from him, by the way. It's obviously there was only two of us. All the other guys killed themselves. They were too depressed.
Yeah, they were sad.
So before we get into the the wonderful news, as we talked about last week, I at least have gone dark on Kingdom Hearts officially. I know there were 2 trailers came out. I haven't watched either of them. I'm not going to watch either of them. He has, but we're not going to talk about it. Just because if you didn't watch the last episode, we go into it more then. So if you're interested in why we're going dark, go watch the last episode where we make our good old naive predictions.
Dumb. I feel really dumb.
Man, those Gatorade predictions, it's like, you could tell how hyped we were.
We were hyped.
But, whatever. Well, anyway, so we're not going to be talking about that. And this will probably be the last episode that we do just in general talk about news and stuff, which we're not even going to be talking about that much news. Mm-hmm. So from now on, like we said in the last episode, we'll probably be more like talking about things like, going back and talking about the other games and like what we think about this kind of stuff rather than like talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Just because the way we want to experience Kingdom Hearts 3 and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, watch the last episode if you want to know more on that. But anyway, so obviously, before we even get into the release date, I want to talk about how the biggest thing I'm upset about is how they presented the release date.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Because there was the orchestra concert again, which... We went to it last year and it was fucking awesome. It's like, if we lived near LA, we absolutely would have gone to it again. But it's just more of like, for one thing, we aren't going to E3. If we were going to E3, we totally would have gone, but we're not going to E3. And like, if we lived near there, we could totally go. But it's a lot of money to make a whole trip out of just that. Yeah. And so it's just like, we didn't go. And we went last year, so it's like, a lot of money to do it again. Yeah, it's just...
Well, I just feel like... I kind of think E3 as a whole for Square was kind of or not for Square, for Kingdom Hearts. Well, Square's presentation sucked. But for Kingdom Hearts, was just handled really bad. Mm-hmm. As someone who watched it all. Yeah. I didn't watch all the press conferences. I watched all the press conferences, except for Xboxes, where Kingdom Hearts was at. Mm-hmm. I just think the way they handled Kingdom Hearts was not... ideal. Yeah. From obviously really putting out the release date at the orchestra concert. Yeah. Where only some people are. Yeah. I mean, granted, it's putting it where some of the most hardcore fans are. Yeah. But it's still like, I just think that was a bad move.
Yeah. And I mean, also, I hate being like, I'm a bigger fan than you guys, but I can guarantee you that there were some people there that just went there because they live near there. They're like, hey, I kind of like Kingdom Hearts, so I'll go to it. Whereas me, who's a huge fucking Kingdom Hearts fan, has played through like every goddamn game a billion times, but don't live near there, so I wasn't there.
Also, this is the second round for it too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Imagine all the hardcore fans would have been like us, who
literally we did go to the first one, yeah.
And we did, they did show a trailer there. Mm-hmm. They showed the trailer, but like, I don't know. And then from the fact they literally had a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer at 3 different press conferences, made it really kind of, and each one was kind of the same. They just added more stuff on. Yeah. Made it really, like, I would have rather had like I'd rather like have Kingdom Hearts just be at Square's or just be at PlayStation, and maybe show us, the good trailer. Because quite frankly, the 2 before, the one, I didn't watch the one at Xbox, or I did actually, I watched it, and the one at Square's kind of sucked. I mean, they were just aight. Yeah. And then the one at PlayStation was also it was good. But, I mean, and it has cool stuff, but that's beside the point. Yeah. It's just the way, I feel like, I don't know. And then I would have liked, I don't, maybe they are doing something like this. I haven't actually looked. Mm-hmm. But just like them talk about Kingdom Hearts 3, kind of like how now we, Smash was announced, and now they're playing Smash. They're talking about it. I don't know.
Well, because I know it is playable at E3.
Is it? Yeah.
But like I said, I've gone so fucking far to go dark in Kingdom Hearts 3. I uninstalled both Twitter and Tumblr from my phone. And I created a new YouTube account so I don't get the videos like in my recommended feed.
Oh my, really?
Anytime I see Kingdom Hearts at all, it could be even like if the video isn't centered on Kingdom Hearts. If I see it like in the thumbnail or the name, I'm not interested. I don't like this video. No Kingdom Hearts is allowed at all on that channel.
So are you like? Did you like subscribe to like all your like non like Kingdom
Pretty
Hearts
much,
things?
yeah.
And then like okay.
Yeah, if it had anything at all to do with Kingdom Hearts, not subscribe to them. Even in like the tiniest bit, say like Final Fantasy, like nothing. Like I'm staying completely away from it.
You should Google like Kingdom Hearts sucks. I hate Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Google like and starts figuring out the
garbage game no one cares about.
Top 10 reasons why Roxas is a garbage character.
It was just, I know I'm just trying so hard to like not. Which I mean, you know, I saw because before I completely went dark, I saw notifications on for the Kingdom Hearts channel, so I did see the Frozen World. I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw that was announced, and then I got in my recommended feed, even on my new channel where I stay away from Kingdom Hearts, the trailer for the other world came up, and I think I saw what it was, but I don't want to know if I saw what it was or not. Okay. So I'm not sure. I immediately just like closed my eyes and went up to like the 3 dots. Not interested. Go away. I don't want to see that shit. But yeah, and especially because I saw for the orchestra trailer, speaking, kind of went off track there, but like how I saw the release date was I opened Twitter at like freaking 10 p.m. or whatever, just I was bored, and I see Kingdom Hearts 3 being released at January 29th, 2019. I was just like, really? That's how it, and then right under that was like pretty much everything that happened in the trailer. And I was just like, this is it? This is how it happened? Like, all right.
Yeah, see, I opened YouTube and saw a video being like Kingdom Hearts 3 release date, and I went ha ha ha, very funny. And then opened Discord and saw
my rant,
and so you guys went, oh, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
So then I looked into it because I was like, well, it's out there. I mean, it might as well go see what the release date is.
Yeah. I was just like, man, it could.
Well, it would have been different if they dropped the trailer. If they dropped it at the concert and then dropped it online for everyone to see, still wouldn't have been ideal. Yeah. But it would have been better. I feel like. I mean, we'd still be complaining. Yeah. But it sucked that they dropped the release date and then it just like we just know, like someone tells us on Twitter basically.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a good way to go about that.
Yeah. No, they should have saved it for their conference, like the Square conference or the Sony conference,
which is so weird. If Square had their own press conference, their own like video hype reel that was not hype, and they chose to drop what probably could be one of their biggest titles. I mean, Tomb Raider's big. I mean, but they chose to drop it at an orchestra concert. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know. It's also just I imagine we all have this, like, before that we had this image in our head of like how we're gonna see the release date, and it's gonna be during E3 or something. We're all gonna be watching it. There's gonna be some kick-ass trailer, and at the very end it shows the release date and everything. Everyone gets super excited, but for us to just go on Twitter and just read January 29th, 2019, and it's just like,
it was just, I mean, we even planned to watch Square's press conference.
Yeah, we were going to, and I know you watched it, so I'm sorry I bailed, but I didn't want to.
It wasn't worth coming over to your house to watch it. God. I mean, I'm shitting on it a lot, and it was a mediocre conference, but this is getting off track. It's not even about it's about Square, fine, but like it was just a bunch of games that I didn't care about, and it was even Tomb Raider looked like Uncharted 3, maybe I'm not a graphics whore, but like I was like, man, oof.
Well, because friggin' like Tomb Raider 1 and 2 both look like really, really good.
Yeah, so, this one I mean,
looks not as good.
From what I was looking at, I'm like, man, it looks good, but like maybe it's just because like after seeing like The Last of Us and seeing like all these things that Sony's like dropping, they're like, oh
yeah.
But yeah, and then like the Kingdom Hearts trailer they dropped there, it didn't actually. That was before they showed the new world that you don't want to know about.
Hope that doesn't get picked up on the mic. It's fucking like jackhammer going on outside.
Someone's getting their house pulled over.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, whatever. Yeah, it was like the Frozen World trailer, with some like added stuff in it that you wouldn't have. It took a little like, how to say it's like, it kind of like I picked up on it at the end. I was like, oh wait, they added like a couple more cutscenes in there.
Okay.
and then that was it.
Okay.
Like, so, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
That's my reaction to most of this.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the fact that the release date itself.
Yeah, the big one. I think, we've said before, if they have to delay it, so be it. I'd rather them take their time and make it perfect than rush it out and have it, not be as good as it can be. But, you can't lie. It, crushed me to read 2019,
I know.
And it's not the fact that we have to wait 7 months, It's like, in reality, that's not that long. If it was announced last month and it said December and we still had to wait the exact same time, I would have been super, super excited,
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that they said it was going to be 2018 and they were so confident in it, and then it got pushed back to 2019.
I mean, yeah, it's like you said. Just echoing what you said, it's just a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they had come out and said December 31st, I would have probably been. I would have been a little bummed if it was the end of December. But it still would have been hyped.
Yeah.
But it was just seeing that 2019 and that it was like, okay, it technically did get delayed a month, and delays are good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not, but they're good. They are.
In reality, in the grand scheme of things, they're good.
I want this game to be perfect.
Yeah.
And it has to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting long enough. It better be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
But we're setting our expectations.
We can talk about that in a bit because that's definitely a thing.
That is the thing though. Like, I guess we're gonna talk. I want to talk about it now.
Let's do the release date for now.
I'm less after seeing E3 is not over, but after seeing the press conferences that I care about and seeing a lot of the games drop, I don't want to say I'm happy that it's not releasing in November or September. I am though, because obviously whatever Kingdom Hearts releases, it's gonna be what I'm gonna be playing.
Oh yeah.
Period. It's just it takes precedence over everything.
Yeah.
So if we're getting other games I care about, like Fallout 76 is coming in November. Spider-Man's coming in September, I want to say.
So, yeah.
It's coming. I haven't actually released it, but I know it's soon. And then I know there's other games that I'm forgetting right now. Those are two big ones in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I have those games to. Oh, Smash is coming in December.
Oh yeah.
So
Senran Kagura is coming soon.
Oh boy. It's like, okay, I have those games that I will be playing at those times, and then Kingdom Hearts. It almost, for me personally, this is super, almost you could say selfish and personal. Mm-hmm. It fits up perfectly. I get Spider-Man, I get Fallout, I get Smash, and then I get Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Now, ideally, it would be the other way around.
Yeah.
I'd love it if it was Kingdom Hearts, Fallout, and then I end it. I don't know, whatever. But I'm less mad than when I first saw it.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't ever mad. I was disappointed.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. Well, I was a little mad. I was mainly disappointed too. I'd be mad if it was later.
Yeah, if it was later than January, I would have been angry. Yeah. But I was more just disappointed than anything, because 1 month isn't that bad.
No,
it's just more because right when they announced 2019, literally the moment after 2018 was announced, everyone was like, it's not going to be released in 2018. I was like, come on, guys, have some faith. I defended them so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
And it's just all of that, they let me down even after I defended them so hard.
Yeah.
It's just it stings.
Hit me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if they had to delay it, I'm glad it got delayed. I just wish it didn't have to.
Yeah. No, obviously it sucks. I mean, hopefully, this does mean they're fixing whatever problems they find with it, and they're giving a little more time. Because it did sound like they were confident in 2018 originally, and then I guess they needed more time. So, man, it makes back when we first saw 2018, we're like, could it be out in March? Could it be out in June? God. No,
but I mean, a lot of people think that the delay is because of that event that they had where all the people played it early, because up until that point was when they were saying that they were super confident in 2018, and then right after that, we got the delay.
Yeah.
And so it is very possible, I think, that they thought that it was pretty much done, but then that was basically the finished product, and then they brought it there and they're like, hey, what can be fixed? And then all people were like, this stuff can be fixed, and they were like, shit, we have to fix this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why the delay happened. That's good.
That makes a lot of sense. And that means that they're taking the feedback that they got and they're actually doing something with it.
Which is awesome.
And that's good. You know, I mean, delays are always good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I've said it before, but what's it? The Naughty Dog always goes on record. They went on record saying that like the month they got with The Last of Us brought it from like an 8 to a 10.
Yeah.
And so it was like. And no, I didn't even know Last of Us got delayed because I wasn't really around then. So like, I mean, now you can look.
Born yet?
Yeah, I wasn't born yet. So it you know, in a year when we've hopefully all beaten Kingdom Hearts 3 multiple times for some of us.
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna remember this.
Oh,
I mean, we're gonna remember.
We're gonna remember.
We're not gonna care.
Oh yeah, because by that once it comes out, I mean, think about the delay that happened for 2.8. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's like I say every now that was one of the first things I thought of when the delay happened. Yeah. But it's like that feels so like far away. Like that happened so long ago. You know? And it's like to think that one day that's gonna be the same for this shit. Like for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I mean, it is cool thinking about like how far that we have come at this point for Kingdom Hearts 3 because it's like, think about fucking, like 2013 when the game was announced. It was so far away. And now we're 7 here. I have a fucking countdown on my phone. Hold up. Every time I open my phone, I see the countdown to Kingdom Hearts 3. So I can give you officially, there are in total 230 days, then 7 months, 15 days, 12 hours, 40 minutes, and 2 seconds as of June 13th when this was recorded. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's like that really is not that far away.
No, it's really not actually. Mm-hmm. It was 7 months, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a little over half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really kind of monotone on this. That's very much my.
Yeah, no, I feel
and it sucks, but it's it is what it is.
Yeah.
And too. Well, I was gonna say this. January is I feel like a very strong time to release Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it gets out of the way of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, like I said, some fuckers bulldozing their house right now. Oh, they're jacking. Oh, actually, I see it right over there.
Really?
I think they're, no, I think it's one of those, like, the wood things. They put the one there.
Oh, the wood choppers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It might be, yeah. Whatever.
Killing the environment. Our podcast.
Sorry about that. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. And so, I mean, if they have... I mean, it's... I guess sales-wise, it's better to release it now than probably in November or something like that. But, yeah. I mean, that's really all I have to say on the release date.
Yeah. I mean, it is cool just in general that, like, we are living in a world where we know the day that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out.
Yeah.
But... It's just, like, I wish I could be more excited. I'm more disappointed than I am excited.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to be excited, and I know that it's a good thing, but it just, like, it hurts, man.
Mm-hmm.
If there was another month in 2018, and it took 7.5 months, it's not the fact you have to say 7.5 months. It's just the principle of, like, they said 2018, I defended them so goddamn hard. They said they were so confident in 2018, and it's 2019. That's the reason I'm disappointed, but, like you said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, whatever. It's just, like I said, I just have to focus more on the fact that, 230 days until Kingdom Hearts 3. That's the cool thing. It's so cool to think that, like, 'cause I remember those days when it was just, like, so far away. It was like a legend that, like, it's not real. It's not actually going to happen. There was, like, 2 trailers out for it. They were both, like, super, super early in development. It didn't look that great. And it's just now to a point where we're getting trailer after trailer every 2 goddamn seconds. And I'm like, stop!
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They're still coming. And it's like, it's actually, we know the release date of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But, whatever. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So the other thing, which I've gone so dark on Kingdom Hearts that I didn't even know about this. And I didn't see it online at all. The only reason I know about this is because my friend at work told me about this. The deluxe editions.
Yeah.
So was this announced at the Square Enix panel?
I don't know. Where did I see it? I saw it on, like, Twitter or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where it was announced.
It wasn't even announced at, like...
It wasn't announced as their conference, no.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. No, it wasn't. No, because at Sony's conference, they announced a dope PS4 Pro.
Okay.
And then they announced that they're bundling... for $90, they're going to be bundling 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
I didn't know about that. That's...
Oh, yeah, but That's totally a different thing. They didn't announce the deluxe edition,
Okay,
so I don't know where it was.
That's cool. So it's like the entire series, and like, is it on one game, or is it like just like you buy the two things together and it's $90?
I don't know. Okay. They just said that they'll be bundling it together, and they're releasing it, and then on the Kingdom Hearts 3 release date, they're releasing this kind of cool PS4 Pro. Which,
like a Kingdom Hearts themed PS4.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts themed. I'd probably pull it up if you really want to.
Yeah, cause I mean, I'd like to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
I didn't know about that. That's how far I've gone to like not see Kingdom Hearts stuff. Like a week ago, I would have been all over this shit.
Oh yeah.
But I've purposely gone dark. Okay. Oh, that does look pretty.
It's not the best quality picture, but
yeah, but no, I got you. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've recently got an itch to buy a PS4 Pro because my PS4 it's running a little bit slower, and it kind of dawned on me that I have a 1440p monitor, so it's not 4K, but it could it would look cooler, and I was like, and they're $50 off, which it's $50, but like it got perked my interest. Or I'll send it to you on Discord.
Okay.
So, but it's not coming out till Kingdom Hearts 3.
Is it like the same day?
Yeah, I think it's the same day. Yeah.
So then you have to go through the whole setting up the PS4 also.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, at least I believe it's day and day.
Okay, no, that is cool though. Yeah, so there was, aside from there's the PS4 Pro, there's the bundle.
And then there's a deluxe edition.
Was there anything else announced that I didn't see?
I do not believe so. No, so just deluxe edition, which comes with the
steelbook, the art book, and the pin.
Yeah, well, that's the deluxe, and then the bundle edition comes with all that plus Toy Story Sora, Donald, and Goofy figures.
Yeah. So what's it called, by the way? Because I didn't know what it was called, so I just wrote the Hella Deluxe Edition.
The Hella Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, because the normal deluxe is $80. That's only $20 more, which I'm definitely gonna get that.
Okay.
Then the other one is $220, which comes with that, but then also the Donald,
I think it's called Deluxe Edition plus Bundle. Which is a really weird name, but
I like the Hella Deluxe Edition. We're gonna call it the Hella Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, I could be wrong on the name, but I'm pretty sure I read that when I was looking because I was toying around the idea of getting it. Yeah, but the Hella Deluxe Edition. I mean, the figures look cool.
Yeah,
and I think it is expensive. I mean, shoot, I can't do math, but it's like a solid $160 more.
I think something like that.
Are we wrong?
I also can't math. I don't know.
No, you're right. 160.
Okay, cool.
So you're paying $160 to get 3 figures. I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you consider like one Sora figure, one Sora Playouts figure is like $120.
Those are also a lot better. Quality,
that's the thing. Is are these going to be
these are like the Toy Story figures too?
No, they're not even the cool Sora.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. After I toyed around the idea for a couple days, and then I said that it was just too much money.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is cool. I mean, I'm glad that it's better than was it for 2.5 where we got Japan got that dope deluxe edition with the plushie and it wasn't even the fact that it was it was cool stuff, but it was
and we get nothing.
We get a pin.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, we didn't have to pay anything extra for the pin. We just had to pre-order it. But still.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not to say that I wouldn't pay $220 for cool Kingdom Hearts stuff. It's just I don't think this is worth $220.
Yeah, if it was really high, like Play Arts, figures,
oh, yeah.
I feel like it'd be totally worth it.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a steal. But, yeah, and the fact that it's Toy Story, it's cool that it's Toy Story. And they are limited editions, so you can only get them in the bundle.
Yeah.
But I feel also, my thing is, I love the idea of figures, but then when I get them, I put them on my shelf, and I look at them maybe once every couple months. I bought that $80 Sora figure, and I love it. I'm glad I bought it.
Yeah.
But I look at it, I'm like, that's cool. And then I keep going on same with the Ruby figure, which I'm again love it. Glad I bought it. Glad I got it signed by Lindsay. But I look at it, I'm like, that's cool. And then I keep going on life.
Yeah.
I mean, granted it adds the whatever, grants the aesthetic, but I just feel like you're paying $160 for this. I mean, this is Kingdom Hearts 3. My thought when I was going back and forth this, I'm like, okay, it's a lot of money. I was like, that's shoot, that is literally the price of almost the price of PS4 itself. At PS4 is I think they're $250 right now. They're on sale, but $250, $300.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, period. But it is Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's real. We're not gonna have a hype moment like this.
Yeah.
For another 6 or 7 years on that.
Yeah, no, it's just
But I think I've decided against getting it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the deluxe edition's dope. I mean,
I'm absolutely gonna get that. That's awesome.
I mean, I never look at the art books, but the pin's cool.
I love the art books and shit. I got both the one for 1.5. I have the one for the Final Fantasy X remake. I even bought a fucking $50 like Alice Matters Returns art book. Like I love that shit so much.
Your 1.5 art book's really cool.
It is. Good shit. I'm hoping it's like that level of like good shit.
Yeah.
Which that I will say definitely. I'm assuming that they do what they do with their other art books. Don't look at the art book until you finish the game.
Oh, okay.
Because damn, dude, especially the Final Fantasy X. I did the same thing where I was going to look through it because when I got the Final Fantasy X remake, I never finished Final Fantasy X.
Oh really? Yeah.
And then I looked through like 2 pages of it and I was like, they might put some spoilers in it. I might hold off a little bit. I am very glad
really?
that I did. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts 1. Like they show, well, I mean, granted, those are remasters, but still, it's like I don't know. I don't want to look through it and then see like the final battle concept art. Like so.
Yeah, Sora's death concept art.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Well, that's at least what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they, because this isn't a remaster. This is just an actual game release, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put spoilers, but it is Square Enix, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did put big spoilers in it. So I'm gonna wait until after I finish the game, and however long, like 2 days it'll take me. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think that's awesome. For only $20, that's like not much at all for a Hell Knight Steelbook, art book, and as always, the pin. Yeah. So I didn't even look at what the pin was. Did you see? I literally, right before you came here, is the first time I actually looked at it. I only heard about it before.
I glanced at it. I want to say it was just Sora.
Okay.
But I totally could be wrong in that. I just glanced at it too. I was like figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's cool. I'll probably get to the deluxe edition. It is cool. Yeah. And for $20 more, why not?
Yeah. Absolutely.
In fact, I don't like pre-ordering games like hell long in advance. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It's something about like I don't know, but I feel like I probably should pre-order Kingdom Hearts 3
I honestly might do it today. Like, because I have nothing going on today, so I was like, I might just like head over there. Because at this point, I probably like the reason I hadn't pre-ordered is because I was waiting for the a deluxe edition to come out.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I totally would have done it like years ago.
Where do I want to pre-order this thing? Do I want to go to GameStop? Do I do it through Amazon?
I'm gonna just do it through GameStop, just because well, for Amazon, there's always the possibility of it like getting lost or something, and even if it doesn't, you might have to wait till like halfway through the day's over to get it. With GameStop, sometimes they do midnight releases and stuff. Like 2.8, they had a 9 p.m. release so you got 9 p.m. the day before it came out. Okay. So that's what I'm just gonna do and hope that they do that. And even if they don't, I'll just get there the moment they open.
I'd be like, give me my game.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do GameStop then.
That's what I'm gonna do. And also because it's like 5 seconds away from here.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do at least, just because. Yeah, it's good. I think it also comes with like a poster or some shit when you pre-order through GameStop.
Does it?
I literally, like I said, when I was looking there 5 seconds right before you showed up, I think I saw some like GameStop exclusive poster or something.
Okay.
Didn't see what the poster was. I might be wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, man. We're such a great podcast. Like this really might be happening. I don't know. Yeah, possibly.
We're not even looking at news, or you're not even looking at news. I'm like lightly looking at news.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, well, it's fine. No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is too important.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the $80 one, the $80 one's really cool. $220 one.
Nah, only if you're a big baller.
Yeah, I mean, if they have like another, I don't think they will, but at this point, but like if they do have another like, a deluxe edition and it is hella cool and it's hella expensive, I'll get it. But
yeah, if you get like if they give you like a Sora and a Riku figure or something like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's even if it's the same price. I mean, I guess that's less figures, but I care more about those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'd probably go in for those.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also another thing I forgot to talk about this for the release date. Another big downer is that it comes out I think 4 days before in Japan as well. So that's another like we didn't officially get the worldwide release, which
that's good enough.
Yeah, I mean it's nice that I know it's not. I think it's 4 days. It's not a full week. I know that.
Yeah.
But it's still like, because I know 2.8 was like 2 weeks I think before it came out in Japan. That was a rough 2 weeks. That was difficult to like.
Well, especially for something like 2.8, which can be beat in like 3 hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, ooh, wow, yeah, that one's. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 with 4 days. Obviously, people like you can finish it in 2 days. But like.
I mean, hey, friggin' Final Fantasy 15 took me like 2 weeks to finish. But then again, I did go to Disneyland in between that 2 weeks. So it was probably like about a week and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
But that's still, I mean, that was like a 35-hour game. Kingdom Hearts 3 would probably also be at least 35 hours. So it might take me a while. I don't know. But, I mean, we'll see. I hope not, because then I'll just have to literally not go on the internet at all. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I hope it's a long game. But, yeah, it does suck that it's coming out earlier. We didn't get like a straight-up worldwide release. But, yeah. 4 days, I mean, it's good enough, I guess. You know? Yeah. It's good enough. Yeah, so there wasn't anything else that, like, was big for, or like anything else at all that was Kingdom Hearts stuff that wasn't trailers or
that wasn't spoilers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think so. Again, I haven't been following it super duper close.
Mm-hmm. Like you watched the press conferences.
I watched almost. I watched all the press conferences. It was at I think it was at Frozen was at Xboxes, so I can't say all of them.
Yeah.
But I watched Square's and I watched Sony's. And those were literally just trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And then and Sony had the I don't know why. Sony had the cool dope PS4 Pro and everything. Besides that was really all the Kingdom Hearts 3 news that came out of it. I mean, again, that's kind of why I feel like this E3 was disappointing for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was kind of there. But it wasn't at E3.
It wasn't revealed there.
It wasn't revealed at E3. I feel like they did quite frankly a bad job with the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they did like a shotgun approach to the trailers, to use that analogy, and I wanted a sniper.
Yeah.
I wanted one dope ass trailer, not 3 alright trailers.
Yeah.
Like I would honestly, or if they just showed the same trailers, but they showed like, here is Frozen, here is Otherworld. I almost said it there. I'm so sorry.
I think I know what it is. Don't tell me, but
no,
if you mess up, I think I know what it is anyway. So you don't worry too hard about it.
Here's this. Here's there was some other couple like cool little like cool other things in the trailer.
Yeah.
Even if they showed those two things like back to back, I don't know. I feel like I would have liked it better than like just throughout the week dripping trailers and stuff like that. And who knows? I mean, it's the same effect, but like, I just feel like it would have hit a lot harder if it was. And then obviously now this is our year dream, get hype, but like would have been like back to back double trailers, and then the last one boom release date. Like that would have got me hyped.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like I don't think I would have taken the January better. In fact, I probably would have been like, boo. But like,
I think I would have been more okay with it if I was actually able to experience it rather than just opening up Twitter and seeing it. And that was my biggest thing was that big moment was ruined for me just because I was like, I opened Twitter and I just see it there. Don't see the trailer. I don't see nothing. And I was just like,
yeah. It was handled poorly. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's the moral of this pie.
The
story.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, I said this when I was convinced coming out 2018, but I think that Square Enix knows what they're doing. I keep like sounding less and less confident when I say that every time, but I do think that overall Square knows what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, Square's not dumb.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they're not dumb. Okay, the thing is, when it comes to showing trailers, they're dumb. Because goddamn, like, the last trailers for every single Kingdom Hearts game literally shows the end of the game. That's why I'm not watching trailers. Because if you watch Dream Drop Distance trailers, like, if you watch every single Dream Drop Distance trailer, you have played Dream Drop Distance. And I don't want that with Kingdom Hearts 3. But, like, so I don't like the way they do trailers. With the actual game itself, like I said, if what happened was they thought they were done with the game, but then they had that whole event where they had other people play it, and they told them you aren't done with the game. There's still this that needs to be fixed, and they decided, all right, let's fix it. That's not a bad thing, That is actually a really cool thing. I think that's awesome that they're doing it. Which in that case, they do know what they're doing. They said, hey guys, this is such a huge game. Let's make sure that everyone that is super excited for this game thinks this is the best it can be. And so they brought it out to them. They told them what can make it the best that can be, and now they're making it that. And so that's a good thing, And at the end of the day, we just have to convince ourselves that 2019 is a good thing. But you know what? what are you gonna do? Like he's like,
yeah,
more. That should be the title of the podcast. What are you gonna do?
That's kind of the moral of this whole podcast. What are you gonna do? It happened. It was a thing.
Yeah, and I mean,
it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, it could have been worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like could you imagine if the date was revealed for like in that Toy Story trailer? It was like almost a year ago now. Which fucking Jesus Christ. That's another thing about. Think about how fast like it is gone. Like that does not seem that long ago.
Oh, it really doesn't.
1 year ago when 2018 was announced. We have less than that time until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, the way I like think about it too is like, okay, we're recording this. Summer basically just started.
Yeah.
Officially. Summer's gonna fly by like that.
Oh yeah.
And then we hit my life is in school thing. So like we hit winter semester or just the whole winter season and winter. I mean, with fucking Christmas and everything, that's gonna fly by like that.
Oh yeah.
Again, back to me being selfish. There's other games that are hitting all that time.
I
mean, even like NannerCoco, like you figured out.
I think October comes out.
Oh really? Yeah. So like, I mean, there's other games coming out, and not to say that like, not to say they're gonna hold us over for. They're not gonna scratch that Kingdom Hearts itch, but they're gonna scratch that video game itch. I feel like, and I just feel like it's gonna fly by. I mean,
I think the best thing to do is to rather than. Well, not do what I do and have a fucking countdown on your phones every day. You go one day closer. You should focus on other stuff. Like one thing I'm Senran Kagura. I'm super excited for the next season of Doctor Who's coming out, the new Doctor. It's like I'm thinking always like trying to like focus on that instead of that's coming out I think around October as well. Like focus on different stuff. So then that way, not thinking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and then all of a sudden here it is.
Yeah.
That's I think the best way to.
No. When you think about like games that I'm excited about too, like. I mean, we got like Spider-Man's coming out in 3 months.
I'm
if
excited for that.
If you think about it too, that's halfway to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Exactly, yeah.
And that doesn't sound like that much time. So, I mean, this is very much us making the best of the situation. But, I mean, when you really think about it, it's going to come, and a month is a month. Now, obviously, if they push it back, another month or something like that would be...
I won't be happy about that.
Yeah, that would suck. That would really suck. I can see it. I don't want to start, talking about it. I can see. I think realistically, if we get another delay, and I'm not saying it, this is like, for me, I think it's like a solid like 30 to 40% chance, which is kind of high, but not like not over half or whatever. It's kind of arbitrary numbers there, but I think it would only be a month delay.
I don't think it'll be longer than that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they did like Final Fantasy 15 did, where they just had a 2-week delay.
I could see that too. I could see it like really a tiny. I think if we get a delay, another delay. I feel like, which I don't think they will, because I mean, obviously everyone's. I haven't like looked at people's reactions, but obviously I assume everyone's kind of mad about it already being delayed a month. Yeah. I feel like they won't, and I think almost the reason they could have pushed it back a month is because they didn't want to be overly ambitious, and that's just me trying to hold on to a little bit of hope. Yeah, that maybe they looked at it and they went, okay, we could maybe squeeze this out in the end of December, but why? Yeah. And that's very much a theory, but I think if we get I don't see like a 2 or 3 month delay. Oh no. And then I think that's not likely.
We said this about 2019 too, though. So I mean, like, but still, it's like I don't. Like you said, I think that this whole was more just like making sure that they have enough time. Like I would not be too surprised if like it came out 2018, like the end of December 2018, and like it was almost the same game, but this is more just like, all right, just to make sure that it can be like any last minute tiny things to put in is kind of like what they're doing.
And those kind of make or break a game. You know?
Like The Last of Us.
Like The Last of Us. And what was it? This is kind of somewhat related. I was watching a Bethesda documentary yesterday, and they were talking about the development of like the Elder Scrolls and Fallout and how they develop games. And their whole thing is that like our games aren't fun until about 3 months until they release. Like they make a game, and then it doesn't start becoming fun until they like go make those final touches and they tweak this quest and stuff like that. And so it's kind of, if they have 1 more month to tweak it and almost make it more fun, I mean, I'm happy.
Exactly, yeah. But that's the whole thing. It's like, I said this like way back, like before we even knew 2018. Like if it has to be delayed, that's fine. Make it, it's disappointing, but it's like make the game as absolutely good as it can be. Take as much time as you need. I just will note that I will be crying in the background while it's happening. Yeah. I was gonna say something and we got like super off track.
We were gonna talk about what if it's like good. What if it's...
I was gonna say imagine back like when the Toy Story trailer happened and everything, when they announced the release year. Imagine if that said 2019 and like our predictions were that it was gonna be like June 2019, and then it was announced it was January 2019. Like how awesome would that be?
That would be, and I think honestly, if it said 2019. I don't think they would have said 2019 if they knew it was. Yeah. But if it did, I think we would have been. I think we wouldn't have been disappointed. I think we would have been.
No, I remember in the podcast before when we were predicting it, we said it's either going to be 2018 or 2019, and we both said like if it's 2019, that's okay. We said that.
I mean, in 2018, yeah. I mean, again, we've said this a million times that 2019, especially January 2019, is okay.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that it got delayed. But
that's the only thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we'd be losing our shit right now.
That would be like I was thinking about that. It's like how cool would that be if like because I imagine we would have been predicted around like mid to late 2019 would have been our predictions.
Yeah.
But then imagine like we're predicting and then it's January 2019. Yeah. Everyone would have just like lost their shit. Mm-hmm. But it's like they jumped the gun a little bit too much.
They did, yeah.
Which I mean 1 month it's not too bad, but it's enough to hurt you.
Yeah, and it is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be can that be the title for this podcast?
It is what it is. What are you gonna do? But yeah, it's
Kingdom
just
Hearts 3 is what it is.
That's like the subtitle, Birth by Sleep and everything. Kingdom Hearts 3, it is what it is.
Here you fuckers go.
And also we talked about this a little bit in the last episode too, but about like hype and expectations being too high, because we're saying we need to make Kingdom Hearts 3 perfect. It's not going to be perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect game, Like, they're really, like, for me, in my opinion, the perfect game is Portal 2. That is, I think, the greatest way that a game has ever told a story in such, like, a concise way and keeps you so, like, what's the word? Like, into it.
Focused.
Yeah, focused, like, immersed the entire time. Like, start to finish. There's like not really there's no bugs really in Portal 2. It's really polished. All the characters there are so few characters, but all the characters that are there are phenomenal. It's just such there isn't anything bad that I can say about Portal 2. Kingdom Hearts 3, I can guarantee there's going to be at least a couple things that I say this could be improved upon.
Yeah.
And the problem is people are expecting Portal 2. And how many games can you say that there are absolutely nothing that you can complain about,
Yeah. Not very many. For me, I think my perfect game would probably be The Last of Us. Which I'm sure you can find problems in there.
A little bit, but it's it's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. It's a really good game.
I think it's an amazing game.
Yeah.
And it's rare that it's rare I actually finish a game. So,
yeah.
But yeah, but it is that thing of like it's been in release for it's been like it's been talked about for so long.
Yeah.
And that it's gonna be. I think we do need to set our expectations because if it comes out and it's an 8, is that good? I mean, an 8's a great game, but like our expectations are 10. Yeah. So like
I think the greatest example of this is Final Fantasy 15. The game took literally 10 years to come out. People joke about Kingdom Hearts 3 taking 10 years, but it started development in 2013,
Yeah.
And that's, 6 years, really. If we're counting, it was announced in E3 2013. So that's, mid of 2013 to January 2016, or 2016. 2019.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Yeah.
And that's still a long time, but it's just, Final Fantasy 15, people, because it took so long, and the way they hyped it up, people were expecting this to be a perfect game, and it is it's probably like an 8. It's a really, really, really good game, but it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And because of that, people were furious at the game. People were saying that it's terrible, it's this, because it's not perfect. And I think that's something that we need to expect for Kingdom Hearts 3 is for it to be an 8, which an 8 is awesome, but it's not perfect.
Yeah. I think also a lot depends on the developer who who makes. So I think the two perfect examples of CD Projekt Red with their new Cyberpunk game, right? We knew that this game was happening a while ago, and because it's CD Projekt Red, and we've seen what they can do with The Witcher 3, and we know they make these big ass games, and they know they make good games. For them to say we just got a trailer of C3. For them to just show us stuff now and have it be like not even gameplay, or I think there might be some gameplay out there. I haven't watched it yet. It's like it's kind of like it's okay. We're like whatever. Another big one is that Elder Scrolls 6 just got announced.
Oh yeah,
and that's I was on the way here. I was watching an interview with Pete Hines, and he's like, yeah, it's like in pre alpha. Like it's more of a thought right now. Yeah, but they announced it and. So, like, and everyone, I don't think I hear anyone being like, they announced Elder Scrolls 6 too early.
Yeah, we're going to hear that in a couple years.
Yeah.
But,
And so I think with Square, they get, I think they just kind of got a lot of shit because, I don't know, like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 maybe was announced a little too early, but, like, it's not like everyone else. I mean, I'm kind of changing my tone here because in previous podcasts I probably said that, it's something a little bit different, but it's not like everyone else doesn't do kind of the same thing. Yeah.
And, well, we've talked about this before, but Kingdom Hearts 3 had to be announced when it was announced.
Yeah.
Because they were releasing 1.5. They were releasing 2.5. They made 2.8. And it's like, if they made 1.5 and 2.5 and 2.8 and 1.5 plus 2.5 without announcing Kingdom Hearts 3, I wouldn't be playing them. I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, why the fuck are you making all these goddamn games and not making Kingdom Hearts 3? And so, because at the time, 1.5 was announced before Kingdom Hearts 3. And so everyone kind of figured, okay, they're going to make 1.5, 2.5, and then Kingdom Hearts 3. But there were a lot of people, I was okay with it, because they talked about Kingdom Hearts 3 a little bit before Dream Drop Distance came out. They never officially announced it, but I remember there's some interviews about Dream Drop Distance where they say, like, yeah, it's helping us prepare for Kingdom Hearts 3 when we make that. They didn't say we're making that next. They didn't say that, like, that's coming soon, but they said when we make Kingdom Hearts 3. And they made 1.5, and then they didn't announce 2.5 yet, but it was assumed that there was going to be 2.5.
Yeah.
And if they made those two, and then 2.8, that would have been the tipping point where I'm like, I'm done. Like, I probably honestly don't know if I would have even gotten 2.8, because I would have been and I'm saying, like, there was no mention of Kingdom Hearts 3 where they didn't even announce it,
Yeah.
If they said, like, hey, Kingdom Hearts 3 is in the works, I would have been okay with it. But the people seem to want it to be where it's like, they announce it, like this E3 and it comes out in January or something. But it's like, that just wouldn't work because people will be too pissed off at them to care.
Yeah, and I think some games need a slow burn. And I think Kingdom Hearts kind of was one of those games. Where you announce it and then it just kind of let it do its thing over the next, ideally slow hype build. But I think the hype ran away with them. I guess if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, again, it was what it was.
Yeah, a great example of a game they did announce too early is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because you look at Kingdom Hearts 3, that's a game. If they're continuing making Kingdom Hearts games, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a game that needs to happen for people to keep playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And so if they wanted people to buy 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, 1.5 plus 2.5. They needed to say, hey, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming. This is kind of just to tide you over.
Yeah, this is helping build to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, whereas Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't need to happen. That was something that they wanted to do, so they did. But it didn't at all need to happen. They announced, hey, we're making, 5 other, Final Fantasy this and this and this and this. And they can announce that. And then all of a sudden be like, by the way, Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out in like a year. That'd be awesome. But so they didn't have to announce it to keep people playing Kingdom Hearts, to keep people playing Final Fantasy, because that's not something that needed to happen. That was just something that got people excited. But at this point, people have pretty much forgotten about it. It was announced 2015 or something.
Shit, was it? I think you're right.
It was like 3 years ago.
I think it was three E3s ago. Yeah. And it wasn't. Was it shown last E3?
There were there have been 2 trailers for it. There was the first E3, then there was No, it wasn't an E3. It was like a couple months after, like a PlayStation thing.
Or no, was it PSX?
Yeah, it was PSX. There was another trailer for it, and that's been it.
That's good. I mean, yeah, because actually, at Square's conference, I was just reading the comments, and there was a lot of people were like, no Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
And I was not even expecting it because I don't want to see that game until. I mean, if we're expecting it at like 2020, I don't want to see it till next year.
Oh yeah.
If it's not at next E3, there'll be problems. But
yeah,
I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they've gone dark on that game.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because like they shouldn't have got themselves in the situation in the first place. But because they need to shut the fuck up about that game and like actually make the game.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. That's the best thing to do is what they're doing right now. So far, good on you for shutting up, because we've said before, like, the best thing to do is to go dark on it. Then a little before it comes out, hey, by the way, this is still being made.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of little things where they're like, hey, here's a screenshot, here's this, we're still making it, but nothing like big,
Yeah, no.
Which that's, like I said, I think that's for the best. That's the best thing they can do.
Almost it's good. Let people forget about it.
Yeah.
Because it will be big. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake is huge.
Oh, yeah.
So it will, once you announce, you almost need to, like, re-announce it.
Yeah.
And then everyone's going to get excited again.
Yeah. Because because I remember, that was, I remember I was watching the stream for that, and when that came on, I flipped out. Like, honestly, maybe more than I did for the 2018, like, announcement for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I was, like, screaming so goddamn loud. Like, just like, oh my god! That's such... that's been, like, pretty much, like, since, like, 2005. Like, people have been saying to remake Final Fantasy VII, because it's one of the greatest games of all time. It's definitely one of the most influential games of all time. Like, whether you love it or hate it, it's done so much for the RPG genre, Like, the RPG genre would not be what it is without Final Fantasy VII, And it's such a huge, like, game, and for it to be remade with modern graphics and modern, gameplay and everything, it's such an insane thing. But they should not have announced it when it was at the stage of development it was. And it's like, and also I remember there was this leak a while back, a couple months ago, where obviously we don't know how true it was. It was somebody on Reddit who, supposedly has sources into Square Enix. So who knows if this is bullshit or not. But he said that basically, because Nomura is the director of Final Fantasy VII as well. And he said that pretty much all of his time was going into Kingdom Hearts 3. And so it's kind of like every now and then he'd go over to Final Fantasy VII, but like barely at all.
Yeah.
And so pretty much it's like they've made such little progress on Final Fantasy VII because Nomura is both the director of that and Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole thing when Nomura was directing Final Fantasy 15 as well, where Kingdom Hearts 3, there was like barely any development going on through that because he was mainly focused on Final Fantasy 15. Then he moved over to, moved over to Final Fantasy 15 to direct it. Nomura focused all on Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's when development really started getting moving on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And now I imagine the same thing's going to happen for Final Fantasy 7, where once Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, he's going to focus on Final Fantasy 7, and that's when it's really going to, get moving. But it's just, and I know Nomura, he didn't decide to direct it. He said that he didn't know he was directing it until he was sitting at E3 and saw his name in the trailer. Like, he didn't know he was directing Final Fantasy 7. It's like, come on, Square. Like,
what are you doing?
What the fuck, man? It's like, I love Nomura. I'm glad he's directing it, but it's like, come on, dude.
I feel like if it's a situation like that, it's almost like his time is spread a little bit too thin.
Yeah.
I mean, or they're released. I don't. They need to focus on like one game at a time.
Really,
and don't give us both the games. I literally just watched the Bethesda documentary yesterday, so I keep hearkening back to Bethesda. But I mean, it's the same as Todd Howard.
Our boy.
Todd
Howard.
But when you think about it, Todd Howard. I could totally be wrong with this, but he is the lead. He might not be the director, but he's in charge of.
He's he created both Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
He's
the director.
He's the director. I believe he's the director of both of them. If not, he is like he's the head guy.
He's the big dude. He is
the big man for both Fallout.
Big man on campus.
Yeah, big man on campus for both Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Right.
Yeah.
And it's no different. It's the same as Nomura is the big man for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But with Bethesda, I feel like, and Bethesda isn't perfect. They're not at all. I'm not. Literally, this is only because I watched the documentary yesterday. It's very fresh in my mind right now. But it's the way their things are done. Like, okay, we're gonna put all of our things into Fallout, but then we have some people working on like their next game is Star something.
Starburst.
Starburst. They're making a Starburst video game.
Yeah.
They're balls to the wall with Fallout 76 right now, but they just I don't know if they just announced it or they just showed a little teaser for the new game that they said is just now starting to be playable. So like the games are almost like this, right? I feel like with Square, it's almost like they show us, here's both of our games, and they're both in very much pre-alpha, and like we're gonna try to make both of them once. And Morrison like, and it's just like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously I'm not a game developer.
Well, yeah.
I don't work for Square Enix or anything. We don't know jack shit.
Yeah, we're talking out of our asses.
Yeah,
here,
we're talking out of our asses.
From an outsider view again, this is what it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like Bethesda, which is in a very similar situation, has their shit together. Mm-hmm. And Square Enix sometimes, their shit's there. It's just sometimes not together.
You see, I think the thing is, Bethesda, they have their shit together, but their shit, it's very dirty shit when it comes out.
Yeah.
Square Enix, they don't have their shit together, but then somehow at the very end, it's super shiny shit.
It's super. Yeah. Bethesda's like this dirty, like it's like this weird shit, but it's like it's a fun shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, but like Square Enix, it's like it's not together, but it's like this golden like.
It's like everything's like on fire, and everyone's like panicking, like oh my god! Yeah. And then they open the door, and it's like, oh hey, how are you? So that's a great analogy, I think, for both Bethesda and Square Enix.
Yeah,
because I mean there are very few Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy games that like I don't. I mean, really for Kingdom Hearts, the only Final Fantasy game I don't, or for Kingdom Hearts, the only Final Fantasy game, the only Kingdom Hearts game I don't like is Recoded. Every other one, obviously I like some more than others, but every other game is good in its own right.
Yeah,
and even Recoded, I don't hate it. It's just, especially compared to the other ones, it's not a great game. Yeah. And then with Final Fantasy, at least for the straight numbered titles, there aren't any of like the newer ones that I really, aside from the MMOs, there aren't really.
But that's just because it's an MMO.
Yeah, I haven't played them. When I played a little bit of 11, like I played the free trial, and I was like, I'm good. But no, the only ones I don't really like are like the old. Like I don't really like 2. 5's okay, but like as like the 3D ones, there aren't any newer ones that I don't like, and it's like they're really good. Some obviously some are better than others. But it's just like they know what they're doing to a point. I guess it comes back to I think they know what they're doing. It's just when it's happening, it just seems like a garbage truck on fire. But somehow the games come out good. And I think in the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
I think
they come out good. Mm-hmm. The road getting there might have been a little bit messed up, but hey, you get there.
I mean, they like I said, they have yet to really release a shitty game, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts or main Final Fantasy titles, No,
that is true. They don't really release, like, duds. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't really... Like, I don't want to say this. It's weird, but there's no way that Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I feel like, and it's not at least good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's going to be at least... I don't want to I hate putting numbers on it, but I feel like it's going to be at least an 8. I mean, like...
I think so. I think at least gameplay-wise. Like, even if they completely fuck up the story and make it to, like, the dumbest story ever... The gameplay is good, at least can be good, because even at the event where they played it, they said it's not perfect, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And in the end, I think as much as I love a story in a game, that's the most important part of a game is the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously, story is really important for Kingdom Hearts, and I really, really want this story to be good.
They gotta land this plane.
Yeah, but as long as the gameplay is good, it'll keep us coming back and go, post-game stuff. And all that's, another big thing is, how much post-game stuff is there? How much more can we put into this game? And even if the story's trash, if the gameplay is really good, I'll want to go back and do more. And that's another very important thing.
Has there ever been a New Game Plus for Kingdom Hearts?
No, well, kinda. They do, not New Game Plus, but they do a thing where, like, when you finish the game, you can go back. Because especially for 1 and 2, like, with Final Mix, there's a lot of, like extra like new bosses and stuff like that, and like extra like side but like new Coliseum stuff. So there's for 1 and 2 there's, and even like Juno doesn't have some stuff, and Birth by Sleep there's always at least a little bit you can go and do afterward, but there isn't like a New Game Plus thing where it's like you can go back and continue at your level.
I think that'd be kind of cool for Kingdom Hearts. Like you beat it and you just go back and play the story again, but you're get better keyblades and stuff like that. I guess that's more New Game Plus is more for like almost like a RPG. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
But,
well, I don't. Maybe they fixed it at some point, but I remember when Final Fantasy 15 first came out, and they might have updated. I don't know. But there was a New Game Plus for it, but the enemies didn't scale, so you were like hella high level, but everyone else was level 1. I was like
curb stomping everyone.
Like, what's the point of this? So when I replayed it, I just like did it like straight up new game. Like there's not really a point in like doing like what the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as they scale the enemies, like I'd be down. But yeah, I think it would be cool. It's just they got to they got to get their I don't. I think there's a lot of points they have to hit for Kingdom Hearts 3 to be really good. And I think they'll at least hit most of the points. They might drop the ball on a couple.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3, for it to be a good game, I think they just have to nail the combat or the gameplay, and obviously bugs and stuff like that. Yeah. And they have to give like a somewhat decent story. Yeah. But I think for it to be a good how to put this, to be a good game in like our eyes, like the fans,
a good conclusion.
Yeah, a good conclusion. They really have to stick this story landing here. They have to tie up. I mean, they can leave. I feel like I'd be actually down if they leave a couple things loose, some minor things.
Depends, but possibly.
Yeah, but because we know there's gonna be more games.
Yeah.
But major things, and almost everyone, I want a conclusion for.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, at this point, that's a lot. So it's a lot to ask, but
they kind of need to do it.
They need to. Yeah. It's the thing. It's like I'm asking for a lot because you've set yourself up for a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's this because. This Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in 2002, so like this has been going on for like building up for so long for this, like this whole story, and this is the conclusion of this part of the story,
Yeah.
And it's like for them to build up this much to this game, it's like they really got to put in all the stops for this game. Like this has to be a great conclusion to this game, and I hope they do. I have faith they're going to, because I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 was, also kind of like a similar thing, not like on this scale, but same like the conclusion to that like part of the story, and they did a really good job with that. The ending to Kingdom Hearts 2 was fucking amazing, like I almost goddamn cried with that,
Yeah.
like that was so good, and I hope they're able to get on that scale, if not better, with the ending of this game,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. We will very much see.
Yeah. All right. I don't know, any other little like thoughts we have?
I mean, that's kind of
before we wrapped up.
I think. Oh shoot, we've been going on for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think that's pretty much everything. From Kingdom Hearts wise. Yeah. I think we covered everything. It's kind of a. Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. That's how we're gonna.
I wish, like I said, I could be more excited, knowing that we're living in a world where we know the release date, the exact date. To Kingdom Hearts 3.
I think too. It's like. At this point, it's no longer. We kind of said it, but it's no longer a fantasy, and it's a real game. We know it's a real game. People have played it, and we have a release date for it.
Yeah.
So now it's starting to. Kingdom Hearts 3 is starting to fall into this thing of where it's like every other game now.
Yeah.
It's no longer like something we put up on a. Not want to say put up on a pedestal, but it's no longer this this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, are we gonna like? Is it real? Like,
it's not Half-Life 3.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's we're not like, ooh, is it? Or is it like, how much longer? It's like, now it's like, okay.
We know how much longer.
We can wait. I'd love to say, I'd love to say my hype levels are through the roof, but I don't think they are, honestly. I think I'm hyped for this game, but I'm not well.
I'm overhyped.
I'll
be honest, I am. I've been waiting so goddamn long for this game. Yeah. I am. I absolutely am.
I think it will set in when we get closer. Like, when we get like 3 months out, like, or when we hit January,
man,
it's gonna be, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be. I think it'll be kind of like the same thing, like with when we went to the orchestra last year, where like we were talking about it, just seemed so far off, we didn't even think about it. Then all of a sudden it happened, and we were like, oh shit, we're in the theater right now. Like what? It's gonna be kind of like the same thing. Like I'm driving to GameStop to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. Like what the fuck?
Imagine the drive home from GameStop with Kingdom Hearts 3 in our hands.
I think the biggest thing is. Once I hold Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like I'm just gonna be crying in GameStop, like, thank you, have a good day, like, holy, like that's.
I imagine it's gonna be like when I walked into high school for the first time, right? I had a mini heart attack because I was like, holy shit, I'm in high school now. Yeah. I feel like, and I opened the door. I remember it was yesterday. I opened the door. I walked into the main hall of our old high school. I can say that now.
Yeah, you graduated. Hey, congrats.
And I was like.
Yeah.
Because before I was always like whatever. And I only said that because I feel like I'm gonna walk into I'm gonna open the door to GameStop and it's gonna like hit me like I'm in GameStop to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 like, and I think that's when it's gonna set in before, but I think it's really gonna set in like then.
Same thing. Like I remember. I don't know why I remember this, but it's like I must have been like 3rd or 4th grade, and for whatever reason I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about me being in high school, and I don't know what why I remember this so vividly, but I had this image of like me, so 14 years old. I was so much older, and like walking up to high school for the first time and thinking like, man, that's so far away. I've since then graduated, and it's like the fact that was in itself like 4 years away for me to go to high school and everything, and it's like that. I remember walking to high school and doing the same thing where I thought about that, and I'm like, that was so far away. Now I'm in high school, and the fact it's kind of like the same thing where we are 7 months away from Kingdom Hearts 3, the thing that in high school we would always joke about, like it doesn't exist, it's not real. We made so many goddamn jokes about it and everything, and it's like it's actually finally really happening. And one day we're gonna walk into GameStop and realize, holy shit, I'm about to buy Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh my god!
And it's like even if it gets delayed, no matter what, just like we are genuinely so close to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Just that in general. It's like we are close enough, even if it gets delayed again, we are close enough to where they were able to announce a release date for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane. It's the fact that, like, I don't know. It's fucking weird, dude. It's so... And it's gonna fly by. It really is just gonna absolutely fly by. And one day we're gonna record a podcast. We're gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3 in a week. Like, so I'm excited. I'm so like that is why my hype levels are through the roof.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because it's the fact that we're this close. I never thought we'd make it this far. I genuinely thought we'd just be like 40 years old, still waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh my god, yeah. In less than a year, we'll probably be doing a review for Kingdom
Hearts 3. That's like...
Assuming this podcast doesn't die. But, I mean, honestly, this podcast has been on life support so many times that I feel like it's gonna be fine.
But right now, I think, especially like after KH3, like we're for right now, I definitely have some ideas for like fun, like podcast we can do and everything. So up till Kingdom Hearts 3 we're going to be good. After Kingdom Hearts 3, for at least a couple months we're going to be good, because we're going to have so many fucking episodes dedicated directly to Kingdom Hearts. So we're going to be good.
Have, like, Kingdom Hearts 4 Hypecast.
It's like, could you think about that? Like, one day after we're going to record a podcast, so like Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, what's next? It's like that's so fucking weird.
1 year from today.
What's next? God damn. Which I was about to say, do a whole other topic. We gotta end.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching this episode of Seesaw Podcast. Join us next time when we do not talk about news, because this was the final episode where we talk about. This might be the last time we talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 until it comes out. Honestly, aside from general kind of stuff we did.
I imagine we'll talk about little things.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be talking much about predictions or story stuff or anything, just because of the way that we're going to be going. I've completely gone dark. I imagine you're going to be going dark soonish.
Yeah, I think what I'll do, I won't go as dark as you, but I may.
I'd recommend stop to not watch trailers, at least when we get.
No,
closer.
I'm gonna stop watch. I'm done watching trailers. I think. And I don't know, I might unsubscribe from. See, I don't want to unsubscribe from like freaking Hearts people. I only follow like one or two anyway.
Yeah, well, what I did, I wrote like a notepad of like everybody to resubscribe to afterwards. So it's like, okay, everybody, because I unsubscribed so that's on my main channel, so then I don't get emails about it and everything. So then I just I type it in. So then when I finish Kingdom Hearts 3, I'll go back and resubscribe to everybody.
Yeah.
So I apologize if I unsubscribed to you. It's nothing personal. I genuinely love. Which, by the way, also speaking of, Zach is going to be our dedicated comment responder. That is nothing. I see every comment. I read every comment. I try to respond to every single comment. And it's not because, our main, audience that we have, I fucking love you guys, Soul Cyro, Billy the Kid, Lawrence, y'all, I see y'all. Y'all are awesome. It's just, I don't want there to be some asshole that watches us and then decides to, be, hey, by the way, this was the new world, And so... as of right now, Zach is going to be our dedicated responder. It's genuinely going to be so goddamn hard to not read the comments.
I'll send them your way.
Say, if they're not, it's spoiler, please send them to me. Yeah. Because, like I said, I genuinely, every time we get a comment, I'm just like that gif of Marshall, your mother with, the pillow with, because, it's... I
still, every time our video goes up, I purposely, I click on the video just to see if there's any comments.
Yeah. No, so it's, we do love you guys, and it's not... It's I think I've responded to. I've been the one to respond to every comment at this point, but it's just because I love you guys so much. It's just I get paranoid about which is why I made a whole fucking new channel and everything to completely stay away from stuff. But anyway, we love you. If you decide to not stick around with us because we're, going dark on everything, that's fine.
That's so good. I still don't think there's anyone on the other end, honestly.
Yeah. But, at least, check back after KH3 when we freak out about it and talk about how it was.
Put us on your unsubscribed list.
Yeah. then after you finish KH3, come back and come check us out. Because, I don't know. I imagine we'll have some fun after KH3.
I want to do like a... this is not an announcement. I'd love to do like an actual review for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah,
like an dirty,
in-depth
like a dirty word, but like an IGN style review, but
a good IGN review.
Yeah, a good IGN review.
Definitely. Oh yeah,
we'll say like a GameSpot review.
That would be cool. I mean, probably shouldn't be talking about it on the podcast. It'd be cool to have each everybody on the podcast give their opinion and everything on a certain topic.
Yeah, it'd be graphics, gameplay, story,
and everyone gives their. That'd be cool.
It's
not an official announcement, by the way. We're just
we could even if we want to throw a number on it or something.
Yeah.
Like that, we could
definitely.
Be this
really
this
cool.
game was like a.
We'll get Dante on it too.
0 out of 10. And it'd be cool to rate it on how good of a video game was it versus how good of a Kingdom Hearts game was it.
No, definitely. I think it'd be really cool. Not an official announcement, but I really want to do that.
No, we should forget about this. In fact, you should probably save this and send it to us in when Kingdom Hearts 3 releases.
Yeah, definitely.
You fuck said you would send it.
Yeah. No, did that... I like that idea. That's cool.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I think we said last episode there might very possibly no announcements, possibly be something else coming eventually.
Now in development.
No announcements. Not possibly in development.
Now in development.
Possibly in development. Last time we announced something, it got canceled.
Oh,
so
man.
No announcements.
That one got scrapped.
Yeah. So no. Yeah. That's possibly maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And even if it does come out, it won't be for a while. Honestly, it might not even come out till after KH3, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. How about in development, kind of in development.
Now in pre-production.
Now in pre-alpha.
Yeah, which very well could not happen, but could happen.
Sign up for the closed beta.
Might not, but it could.
Sea Salt Podcast / closed beta.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Join us next time, or don't. Where we do not talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 news and go back and talk about some old shit, which I'm kind of excited for, to go back and talk about some old stuff and some old topics and some good old school Kingdom Hearts stuff. But
we've been outroing for 4 minutes.
I know we were talking, keep more shit to go on. I'm trying to actually do it now.
Bye.
Bye everybody.